It's hard to pinpoint what Paul Thomas Anderson's film Magnolia is about. I've seen it described as a character study, a story about chance and coincidence, and a story about regret. Magnolia is definitely all of these things, but at its core, it's really a story about parenthood.
It's the loneliest number since the number one.
It might seem weird at first that there are 9 protagonists that are randomly connected to each other, but I'd argue this choice by PTA is what makes the film's theme so powerful. The connections between all of these characters might be confusing, and all of their separate plot lines occurring at the same time can get overwhelming, but really they're all part of a bigger story, and they're all representations of abusive parenthood. By focusing on so many character arcs and plot lines, PTA portrays the cyclical nature of abuse. It's not just a pitiful story about bad parenting, but a more complex story that humanizes every character. PTA is showing, not telling, that the one thing connecting all these people is a similar experience with parenthood. It reminds me of the poem Crossing Brooklyn Ferry by Walt Whitman. This poem is about a shared human experience. No matter how different our lives are, no matter what time period we live in, there are some things that stay constant. Even though we sometimes feel alone in our emotions, most of the things we feel have also been felt by someone else, which is comforting in a way.
The simple, compact, well-joined scheme, myself disintegrated, everyone disintegrated, yet part of the scheme. The similitudes of the past and those of the future.
Using this framework, let's examine 3 different character parallels and what each tells us about parenthood. Starting with Donnie Smith.
Pretty exciting. Bet you don't get many people my age getting braces.
You were so cute when you were on that game show.
Bet you can't answer any questions now, though, huh?
See, I used to be smart. I'm Quiz Kid Donnie Smith. I'm Quiz Kid Donnie Smith from TV. Who took his life and his money? His parents? His mommy and daddy? Make him live this life like this. A man of genius who gets shit on as a child. And that scars. That hurts.
For Donnie's entire life, his worth as a person has been based on this game show that he partook in as a child. And now that it's over, he has nothing. He was used by his parents, which reinforced his lack of self-worth. He serves as a cautionary tale for someone like Stanley, going back to the concept of fate. We see Stanley experiencing very similar things, like pressure from adults to be perfect, and to always put on a show for them.
Fine. Why didn't you answer those questions?
I didn't know the answer.
Bullshit! Bullshit! You know the answer to every goddamn question, and I knew the answer to those questions. I'm not half as smart as you, so what the hell happened?
This isn't funny. This isn't cute. See, we were looked at. Because I'm not a toy. I'm not a doll.
Despite the dark turn that Donnie's life took, we see Stanley exercising a bit more agency.
Dad, you need to be nicer to me.
Seeing these similarities between Donnie and Stanley across so many years of differences reinforces these constants of shared experience. They both have a linked fate, and it's all because of their parents. It's cool how they both bring the kids' perspective, despite their age difference. Other kids in the film show their animosity towards their parents in a more explicit way. For example,
"Fuck you! Get out! Get the fuck out of my house now! Get out!"
You fucking asshole. Oh God, you fucking asshole, don't go away, you fucking asshole, don't go away.
These are both characters who have been deeply damaged by their parents in different ways. Claudia was sexually assaulted by her father, and Frank was abandoned to take care of his dying mother. Though they take very different paths in life, they both represent the self-destructive cycle that comes from abuse, in the form of toxic masculinity,
Respect the cock.
Drugs, and emotional
I was told that
unavailability.
your father is Earl Partridge. I was told that he left you and your mother, and that you were forced to take care of your mother during her illness, that you took care of your mother while she struggled with cancer, and that Miss Sims became your caretaker when your mother finally passed away. Can you talk about your mother, Frank?
Now that I've met you, would you object to never seeing me again?
What?
Just say no.
I won't say no.
Just say no.
Wait, Claudia. Claudia.
Just let me go.
What is it?
Just let me go.
What is it?
It's
Please.
okay. Just let me go.
On the flip side, parents, or the perpetrators, are also tethered together. For one, they both have similar positions of power within the entertainment industry. In a way, they are responsible for damaging people other than their kids because of this job too. Just look at Donnie and Stanley. But also, Earl represents Jimmy's fate. The regrets that he lays out on his deathbed will eventually be mirrored by Jimmy, even if he doesn't know it yet.
But the love was stronger than anything you can think of. The goddamn regret. The goddamn regret. The biggest regret of my life. I let my love go. What did I do?
Even if it's unconventional and confusing at first to watch a movie with 9 loosely related protagonists, it is this choice that makes the themes of Magnolia so powerful. The randomness makes the connections they do have stand out, which is PTA's way of saying that bad parents are far too common.